Muy buenas, ¿qué tal estamos? Aquí volvemos en Sherlock Holmes Capítulo 1. No, aquí. Correr. Y vamos a continuar justo donde lo he dejado. Hostia, sigo vestido de poli. Bueno, ahora me lo cambio. Pero vamos a continuar justo donde lo dejamos. Aquí. Vale.
Let's hope no one's been hit by this smooth mineral. A deck of tarot cards, very popular among street performers. The name of the original performer has been replaced with Dilwyn. Someone has over-egged the pudding with these spangles.
You know what? Put on the magic cap. I have a feeling it'll help.
It's not actually magic, John.
Well, not to you perhaps, but to a boy, any magician's hat is special.
Lleno de excrementos de conejo. Perfecto. Vale, a ver. Magia callejera. Vale.
Should have known better than to jostle a police officer.
Antes de atropellar a un agente de la ley.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sir, I can assist you straight away.
¡Oh! ¿El perseguir? Vaya, vaya. ¿Quién tenemos aquí?
It's all right, boy. You can come out. Your pursuer has been intercepted by Cordona's finest.
I didn't do... Hey, that's my hat you're wearing.
I know it is. I followed you from your magic stand. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You should keep the hat. It makes you look like the amazing Alonzo. He's the best magician around. It never suited me anyway.
Is that so? Let me take a look at you.
Golpes recientes. Varias tallas de más, sí. Bastante cara. Pintura o tinta. Oh. No, niño, a la calle me hago una vida de dificultad. Yo ropa de segunda mano, usa valores caros que sin duda ha robado. Sin embargo, tiene una mente aguda que emplea para trabajar de vidente. Pero yo la ropa de muy distraído, como si fueran medallas. O agudamente se muere por...
You're skinny, underfed, and bruised from a life of hardship, but you stand straight and proud. You do what you must to survive. Fortunately, you were blessed with a keen mind and have put it to use exchanging insight for income. Commendable for someone so young.
Nah, you got it all wrong, mister. That's okay. Nobody can see like I do.
Clearly. So, tell me, why did you call that man a liar?
Because he is. He told me he's a lord. But no lord has calluses on his hands and sour cabbage stuck in his moustache. He came after me. He caught me with a fist. Nasty bugger.
What did you expect? You embarrassed him in front of his peers and he couldn't admit it. Of course he would lash
Hombre,
out.
normal,
You must be
normal,
careful
¿sabes?
how you deploy the truth, Dilwyn. It's a potent weapon, as easily turned against the speaker as it is brandished by him.
Yeah, well, the truth is what people pay me for. I simply notice things others don't. But I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I can do it too. It's called deductive reasoning. I happen to be somewhat of an expert in it.
I never knew there was anyone else like me.
Your abilities come with consequences, Dilwyn. To adults, you're a nuisance. To other kids, a freak. You must learn how to blend in. Bite your tongue.
But I don't want to blend in.
Then they will lock you up. The truth hurts, and the bigger the truth, the further men will go to silence it. Be careful how and when you deploy it.
All right. I mean, it was just an amusement.
Yes, nothing like a swift uppercut to really pass the time. Perhaps when faced with the monotony of this world, you will find a place in your mind to explore instead. There is little to gain in idle provocation. Why don't you go to the police and show them your skills? You could become a real detective one day.
They won't take me seriously. Grown-ups never do.
I'm sure you'll be able to impress them, Dilwyn. Just work your magic.
All right. Maybe I'll do that. Catching criminals could be fun.
Before you go, impress me. What do you see?
You're overconfident, as a way to mask your insecurities. You're more vain than you care to admit. And you notice when people notice you. You act like you don't need anyone, because it's easier to pretend you like being alone than to ask for help. You desperately hope to find somewhere you belong. But you never will. Nowhere, no one will ever be enough. And the truth is, you're terrified. You're too smart and too empty inside. You know how dangerous that is, and you know exactly what you're capable of.
Valiant attempt, but alas, you've missed the mark.
Oh, really? Well, what does John think?
What?
Sherlock, did he just... How? I don't...
Caso completo. Ah. Ok. Vale, pues sí. Encontrar un marinero ahogado en la playa de cerca del centro. Espera, me puedo quitar ya el sombrero. Ahí está.
And the kiss mark, it's the work of a siren, I'm telling you.
Here to gawk at the bloater?
Not at all, officer. Perhaps I can help.
Help with what exactly? Solving an accident? Fellow drank himself to death, literally. Case closed. It's not the first case, neither. A few days ago,
Otro
another
marinero
drunken sailor
borracho.
drowned himself in a fountain.
En una fuente.
What can you tell me about the other sailor?
Nothing to tell. Some rich chap complained about a dead body in a fountain. Wasn't me who inspected the scene, though. Should have gone easy on the bottle, if you ask me. They get to shore, they start drinking like fish. Too bad booze doesn't make them grow gills, eh?
Podría haber sido una sirena. ¿Estamos tontos?
I would like to take a look around.
Go ahead. Just don't disturb the evidence, all right? I still have to write my report.
There's talk on the streets that a siren could be responsible for the drownings.
A siren? You mean the bird woman kind? Why, of course, we've got sirens aplenty round here. Harpies, too. Oh, please.
The water is shallow and the slope is smooth. One would have to be dead drunk to drown here. His whole body is tense, stiffened by rigor mortis. A kiss on the forehead is quite intimate, but the vulgar lip rouge suggests a different type of intimacy. Interesting.
What's happened? What? Oh, who is it?
The face is frozen in a contorted smile.
Oh. Oh.
His fingers are clenched as if he's clutching to life even now.
Goodness. Who is it?
Worn, soaked boots, size 8. Something smells fishy here, and it's not brine.
Algo atípico de una víctima de ahogamiento.
What's happened? What? Oh, who is it?
It's a good thing the tide hasn't washed away the tracks. I should inspect them more closely. Siren song. The rumours weren't so absurd after all. There's still some left, just enough for a tipple.
Who is it?
Yeah. Carmín.
A bright red lip rouge mark. Light tobacco with a hint of citrus.
Who is it?
Análisis químico. Me lo voy a saltar, sinceramente. Me da mucha pereza los análisis químicos. El sedimento contiene cianuro.
The sediment contains cyanide. It turns out he was poisoned.
Didn't the copper say that fellow drank himself to death? He wasn't wrong.
What now? I've still got my report to write, so make it quick.
I hate to break it to you, officer, but it wasn't an accident.
Care to elaborate, smarty boots?
The bottle of wine I found near the victim had been poisoned with cyanide. He was dead before he hit the water.
Whoa, that's a twist. Any leads on the poisoner?
Nothing to put my finger on, but I might need to inspect the other drowned sailor.
Well, of course I won't stop you. It's not my case anyway. We had a complaint about a body in a fountain. Can't have bodies laying about in fountains, can we? It was somewhere in Scaladio, as far as I know. You think they're connected?
That is what I intend to find out. Thank you.
Vale. Cadáver en Escaladio. Pues será en comisaría. Comisaría de Córdoba. A ver los archivos. Archivo. A ver, pues primero, Escaladio. Ya está. Pista. Víctima. Crímenes. Una queja sobre... Una denuncia. Se ha informado de un marinero ahogado en un parque público en el cruce de... En el momento de su muerte, la víctima estaba con influencia de alcohol. El cuerpo tenía una marca de carmín rojo de un beso en una mejilla. Parque. Hostia, pues está al lado.
Oh, look, they drained the fountain and removed the body. We're too late.
No matter, we'll work with what we have. A worn leather tobacco pouch, salt-stained from a long time at sea.
No.
A cotton shawl. Could it be our sirens?
Carta de advertencia. Agente Ackley ha advertido que suele olvidarse de reunir pruebas críticas en las escenas de los crímenes. No me extraña también se olvide esta nota por ahí.
The victim won't be needing his cap anymore.
Voy a hacerme pasar por marinero, ¿verdad?
This wine, again. Don't sailors prefer spirits? Drained to the last drop. Ugh, the litter bin is right there.
Drowning in a 2 feet deep fountain? I've seen some things, but this really takes the biscuit.
Last week's newspaper, the front page reads, "Sky is the limit, Governor funds Arsenal's second airship."
Oh,
A broken
cigarro.
bottle with no label.
Cigarro con Carmín.
A bright red lip rouge mark. Light tobacco with
Del mismo
a hint
tabaco.
of citrus.
¿Por qué no me deja ahora? Voy a probar a ver así. ¡Ojo!
This sailor is another victim of the same woman. She poisoned him and pushed him into the fountain to make it look like an accident.
Sherlock, the spot where he fell. I saw something. Maybe you should take a look.
Hay muchas cosas. Cerillas.
A water-soaked matchbox from the Drinking Dutchman. Must be a local pub.
Pistas creo que conseguir.
Venetian copper soldi. Authentic, but worthless.
La botella no es. Un tenedor.
Blimey, the great detective is baffled by a piece of cutlery.
Está situado, vale. Zona sur de Silverton, cerca del Victoria Bridge. Zona sur de Silverton. Victoria Bridge. Drinking Dutchman, vale, joder, si es el donde estoy.
Not looking for company, boyo.
Espérate, me pongo oficial de la marina, espérate así.
I'm shipping up to Boston in a few days.
Amistoso, vale, me estaba equivocando, vale, me estaba equivocando de icono.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing. I haven't seen my family in ages. I want to go home.
May I ask you something?
Oh, sorry. I know nothing about it. But I can please you in another way.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Excuse me, just one question.
I don't know, but I'm sure there are...
Pero... Ah, que tenía que entrar... Vale, espérate que soy gilipollas. Llevo perdiendo el tiempo, no sé cuánto tiempo fuera, tío. Vale.
What can I get you, mate?
Nah, I'm good. Don't want to end up like that guy who drowned in the fountain after having one too many.
Aye, I know the fella. Shame, damn shame. But let me tell ya, it wasn't the drink that got him. 'Twas a curse.
Let me guess. It had something to do with the siren?
No way, mate. That's just a daft superstition. I'm talking about a real curse here. He was from HMS Achilles. Some British schooner, nothing special. Except one of them jacked
Los marineros, las aves,
Everyone
fatal.
knows it's bad luck. Everyone.
Sí.
The dimwit brought the curse upon his whole crew.
3.
3 are dead already.
Wait, I've heard of only 2 such accidents. Are you saying that another man drowned?
Drowned or not, they've all kicked the bucket. Just this morning, another member of the crew was found dead. It's a curse, I'm telling ya.
Now we're obliged to
It must indeed be the curse, but how do you know all that?
Why, he told me the whole story himself.
The victim told you?
His crewmate. The one who killed an albatross, Harry Thorne. He's renting a room upstairs. Every day, he gets completely rat-arsed, raving on and on about the bird around his neck. He's sleeping it off right now. But when the blighter wakes up, it'll be the same thing all over again.
Pero para los marineros, los pájaros, las aves, eran almas de los que habían muerto en el mar y era mal augurio hacerles daño.
Do you have a free room?
Certainly do. Dirt cheap. Here's the key. Go pick anyone you like.
Del club Jack Sparrow en Queen Street. Queen Street. Queen Street. Detrás del club Jack Sparrow, cerca del cruce con Gloria Lane. Ojo.
This place.
Well, if it ain't Mr. Smarty Boots. Guess what? You were right about the poisoning, but this time I'm ahead of the game. We've got another homicide on our hands. Same method, same everything. See for yourself.
Hostia, le han reventado.
A sharp, bloody rock stuck deep in the mud. The officer must have rolled the body over.
Ah.
He suffered a head wound. There's caked blood in his hair underneath all the mud. An empty bottle of rum.
Sí.
No sirens.
Símbolos de que lo han arrastrado.
Looks like he
Signos.
slipped. This
Se
was clearly
cayó.
an accident.
What did I tell you? We've a killer on the loose. I knew it.
That may be true, but this here is very clearly an accident. The victim slipped and hit his head on a rock. I would have thought it obvious.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I thought I had all this sewn up. But you just had to come along and make me look like an idiot. I hope you're happy now, genius. Just move along.
So it was a curse after all.
A curse of clumsiness.
I hope it's not contagious.
Espera, pues no es por aquí. ¿Por dónde? Espera. Ah, por aquí, por aquí, por aquí. A ver. ¿Dónde están para las habitaciones? Por aquí.
Oh, the smell alone makes me feel groggy. He's out cold. No use trying to wake him.
Oof, he's really gone on a binge.
Oh.
The same as we saw earlier. She's pretty free with her kisses.
Perhaps too much for her own good.
Mi querido Harry, probablemente no te acuerdes de mí, pero yo sí de ti. ¿Cómo no sé? Al jardín de las delicias.
The photo of the cursed crew. Here's Thorn, and right next to him, our first drowning victim. Crew of HMS Achilles, Cordona, 1879.
Now we walk into a trap, guns blazing. The game is afoot, Sherry boy.
Well said. I think I'll borrow that line from you, old chum.
Oof, he's really gone on a binge.
Lo que tengo que hacer va a ser disfrazarme. Pero aquí ya está todo. Así que salimos. Y ahora... Creo que me parezco, ¿no? Yo creo que sí. Vale, entonces... Al jardín de las delicias. ¿Dónde coño está eso?
Do you know anything about this?
Yes. I heard
Vale.
about this, Anson. Let me tell you.
Jardín de las delicias, gracias. Silverton, al sur de Grinch.
Does this poster truly claim that Cordona has a ghost? Unholy howls keeping you inside at night? Luigi can help. All ghosts gone. Meet on southern pier of the Silverton port. Donations gratefully accepted. This town loves the supernatural, but all I see is another scam to disprove.
The world shrivels under a skeptic's eye. That's why you're so sullen, Sherry. You leave no room for delight in the magical.
I delight in making the unknown known. Let us begin by asking someone about the poster.
No puedo saltar esto de ninguna forma, ¿no?
A visit to the port.
Vale, voy a guardar por si la he cagado con el disfraz. Básico.
Could you help me?
No, honey. I've heard nothing.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, sorry. I know nothing about it. But I can please you in another way.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
May I ask you something?
No, honey, I've heard nothing.
Hostia, pero hay mucha gente aquí. Puedo entrar. Joder.
Come on over, lovey.
Vale.
Don't be shy. I can see you're up for some fun. Madame Pauline will see you right. Girls, boys, a bit of both. Whatever tickles your pickle, darling.
I'm looking for the girl who wrote this letter. Perhaps you know who she might be?
Let me see. No, I don't know, lovey. I have a Lizzie here, but I doubt she can even spell her own name. And what's all this nonsense about a special client? This is a business we're running here, not a charity.
Vale.
What's that got to do with me? Cannot help you with this, lovey. Cannot help you with this, lovey. What's that got to do with me? What's that got to do with me? I don't see what you're getting at. I don't see what you're getting at.
I'm looking for a specific girl. This is her shawl. Do you have any idea where she might be?
Ah, I know who you mean. It's the goody two shoes down the street. She's not one of mine, though. She's not even a working girl, if I say so myself. Trust me, lovey. We'll give you a much better time.
I don't doubt it, Mom, but I have to see her first. Thanks for your help.
Vale, es
I think
verdad.
we should interrogate some of them. What hell, all of them?
Bajando la calle.
Harry, it's you. I knew you'd come. It's been so long, but you haven't changed a bit. I don't suppose you remember me, do you?
You must be Eloisa, yes? I got your letter.
Wonderful. No point beating around the bush then. I've missed you, love. I wonder if you still have your prowess. Why don't we go to my place for some wine and something extra?
How could I refuse such an offer from a pretty girl like you? Let's go right now.
Wonderful. Follow me. It's not far from here. Well, here we are. Make yourself comfortable, love.
Oh.
There's wine on the table. You should have some. Loosen you up. Bring out your naughty side.
Won't you drink with me?
Absolutely. I'll join you in a minute. I just need to powder my nose.
All right, then. I'll be waiting for you, pet.
Did you just call her pet? Seriously? Boy, you are truly hopeless, Sherlock.
Siren's song. She is consistent, I'll give her that. The bottle was open and the cork replaced.
Oh, le volvieron a...
Enjoy your wine, sweetie. I'll be out in a minute.
Hey, if you want to keep this stupid act up, you better pour out the wine and quick.
¿Cómo que de...?
Hurry up, she'll be out any second.
¿Pero cómo que lo derrame?
And done. No hard feelings, Mr. Fickus, right?
HMS Achilles, Friday, 5 p.m. She prepared for their arrival.
La mierda, te prometí poder que tu padre te culpe. Estoy imaginando algo.
The beloved child of a rich family.
Come on, hurry up.
Ah, she's smoking citrus-flavored cigarettes. The dots connect. White powder with a bitter almond-like odor. These are no smelling salts. It's cyanide.
This lip rouge looks good on her. Just saying.
Oh, dale, dale, dale. Ya ha muerto otro más. Hoy mientras debería... Aquel callejón oscuro, aquel miedo e indefensión, me lo estoy imaginando, lo han violado entre varios. No puedo librarme ni matándolo, eso es lo que da uno, es demasiado tarde.
Oh, here she comes.
Sorry for making you wait, sweetie. I hope the wine has kept you good company.
Oh, yes. I needed to wet my whistle real bad.
Splendid, Harry. Bravo. Refreshing, isn't it? Now let me refresh your memory as well.
I don't feel so well.
As well you shouldn't. But don't worry. It'll be all over soon. It won't hurt. Much. At least not as much as when you and your friends forced yourselves on me. Not as much as when you ripped away my clothes, my dignity, my life. I've hated you with all my heart. But not anymore. Now I forgive you. Truly I do. Let me kiss you good night.
Now, that would hardly be appropriate, miss.
Wait, what's happening?
It's time I drop my act. This beard is false. I'm not Harry Thorne.
Oh, I see. You're from the police then, yes? Here to question me?
There's no need. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I know that you killed Thorne's crewmates, and I know why.
Well, Mr. Holmes, you can save your breath. I won't deny a thing. But please, stop tormenting me with this farce. Do what you must.
I will keep it a secret, but you do have to stop.
How can I stop now after all I've done? I thought it would bring me solace. Stupid. It is too late.
You cannot undo what you've done, that much is true, but it's not too late to move on. It's never too late.
You're right. You must be right. I knew it all along, I just didn't have it in me to admit it.
I'm glad that you do now. And here's your shawl. Try not to lose it again.
I won't. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Thank you so much.
Hombre, tronco, la habían violado. O sea, es que es justificadísimo que se les quisiera cargar, joder. O sea, es que te quiero decir, ¿sabes? Hostia. Vale, caso... ¿eh? Ah, que esto no... Ah, espera. Bueno, vamos a empezar esto ya mientras. Eliminación. Espera a sus clientes en el muelle más al sur del puerto de Silverton. Muelle más al sur de la zona de Silverton. Vale. ¡Ojo!
Not much brandy was spilled when the bottle broke. Someone had drunk most of it already. Not enough blood for a murder, but plenty to suggest fists were flying in a collie shangles. I wonder if Luigi made it himself.
I reckon the ghost is responsible for all this mess.
Don't jump to conclusions. Until we locate any evidence to the contrary, we shall continue to exclude the supernatural. Let me concentrate, John.
Vale.
The ghost hunter's stand was here. Someone stormed up angrily.
Let me take it from here. It was the ghost of Cordona, a horrific being, formless, with evil eyes and glassy skin that shimmered like a nebula. It lurched towards its foe.
No, John, it was human. We're staring at the evidence of a scuffle between men.
A little imagination never hurt anybody.
If a mark realizes they've been had, that the fear was baseless, the money defrauded, they will likely return to voice their displeasure. And thus Luigi took a beating. Fool should have at least moved location.
Claro, es lo que estaba pensando yo.
After the attack, he fled bloodied and bruised.
Vale. Para allá.
Looks like he crawled that way. The empty bottle suggested intoxication. This vomit confirms it.
Well, if you were tailing supernatural creatures for a living, wouldn't you start drinking?
Thanks to you, I am often forced to tail the supernatural, and yet I'm still sober. Mostly. There's a bottle missing. After expelling all the alcohol from his stomach, it seemed he was compelled to replenish it.
Perhaps because booze eases the pain of his lonely and dangerous life as a ghost hunter.
You need to stop reading the Penny Dreadfuls.
LOL.
He threw the bottle here. We must be near his hideout.
Maybe we just leave, Sherry. There is no need to disturb the ghost hunter from his beauty sleep.
Looks like an appropriate home for a ghost hunter.
I have a bad feeling about this.
donations, one presumes. Handcrafted, actually rather beautiful work. An eerie and unsettling sound. The painter definitely has an aesthetic. So this is where all the money was going. So you see, John, nothing supernatural, just drunken lowlife fooling superstitious sailors for a living. You can't argue with the truth. The truth will out no matter what one does. You can embellish it all you like, but you're just delaying the inevitable.
Well, he can delay it no more.
Ah, ya
What
está.
happened at the
Bueno,
port,
pues nada.
this scam won't work again.
Hostia, ya está. Ah, bueno, pues gracias. Vale, pues entonces... Patio restaurado, salón restaurado, gabinete de curiosidades restaurado. No, me falta algo. Pero vale, por lo demás, vale, pues amor de madre sería. ¿No? Bueno, tengo 75 pavos, voy a ir a comprar muebles. Aprovechando esto, a ver si ya puedo terminar de restaurar la casa. Que ahí me falta. Y lo vamos a dejar aquí y en el próximo continuaremos. Así que eso. Pues espero que os haya gustado. Muchas gracias por estar y un día más aguantándome. En el próximo ya continuaremos. Así que gracias y hasta luego.